Hello and welcome back, everyone. Today on Skin Fact or Skin Fiction, we're going to be talking about microdosing Botox and why the 20s are the new 40s. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody in their 20s needs Botox. But like wearing sunscreen, flossing, or deleting your ex's number, it's something your future self will thank you for. I'm talking about microdosing Botox, aka baby Botox, aka preventive aesthetics. It's not about freezing your face, though. It's about outsmarting time before it even gets the memo. So, what exactly does microdosing Botox mean? Traditional Botox dosing targets existing wrinkles like the deep 11s, the crow's feet, that show up after years of expressive living. Microdosing, on the other hand, uses much smaller amounts, literally micro units, spread more precisely across multiple points. The goal isn't to paralyze, it's to train the muscles to chill a little. Instead of hitting them with a blunt hammer, you're sort of whispering to them, hey, maybe don't fold that skin like origami every time you laugh. Think of it as Pilates for your facial muscles. It's about control, tone, and prevention, not brute force. So, why start in your 20s or 30s? Well, because collagen isn't immortal. Your skin support structure starts declining by your mid 20s, and by 30, you've already lost about 1% of your collagen per year. That's like deleting one brick from your facial foundation every birthday. Combine that with scrolling induced squinting, chronic dehydration, and the rise of resting zoom face, and those micro movements start etching real lines faster than you'd think. By the time you actually see a wrinkle, the underlying muscle memory has already set in. So again, microdosing Botox isn't about chasing lines, it's about preventing them from ever setting up camp in the first place. Now, you all know I'm a nerd, so let's talk about the science behind the subtlety. Here's where the micro part matters. Traditional forehead treatment might use anywhere from 20 to 40 units of Botox, depending on average. A microdosed approach, on the other hand, might use only 8 to 10 strategically placed units. By keeping the muscle movement softer, not stopped, you preserve facial expression while minimizing repetitive folding of the skin. It's like putting a gentle speed bump between your frown reflex and your skin's ability to crease. The result is a smoother texture, longer lasting collagen, and an overall rested, luminous vibe without that overdone, frozen look that makes everyone whisper, did she get something done? There is officially a cultural shift in aesthetics. We've entered the clean aesthetic era. The days of overfilled lips, immobile foreheads are becoming extinct, kind of like skinny jeans and duck lips. Today's patient wants to look like themselves, just the best lit version. And microdosing fits perfectly into that aesthetic. It's a minimalist injectable approach and more of a quiet luxury for your face. It's not about chasing trends, it's about preserving your identity. And that's why younger patients are flocking to it. They're not trying to look 20 forever. They're trying to look 20 for longer. So what does it look like in practice? For a typical preventive Botox session, we're talking about 10 to 20 units total, not the 100 units used in a full face correction. Placement is more delicate between the brows, forehead, maybe around the eyes. The goal is to weaken those repetitive micro expressions, frowning, squinting, eyebrow lifting, just enough to prevent the etching. You'll still be able to be fully expressive. You'll just look like you got a full night's sleep. Results can still last 3 months in the beginning, and with consistency, muscles start unlearning those wrinkle forming habits, meaning you can stretch sessions farther apart over time. Let me address the biggest myth out there. If I start Botox when I'm young, I'll need to do it forever. Is this skin fact or skin fiction? Ladies and gents, this is skin fiction. That's like saying if you start wearing deodorant, you'll have to keep using it. Congratulations, you've discovered maintenance. Microdosing isn't a drug dependency, it's a strategy. When done right, your baseline muscle activity actually calms down. So you might end up needing less product over time, not more. And if you ever stop, you'll just gradually return to baseline. No sagging, no rebound aging, just the natural process resuming. The only rebound you'll experience is your frown muscles remembering their old choreography. Let's talk about who should avoid it, at least for now. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or actively trying to get pregnant, you should skip it. If your skin is under 25 and you're not seeing any expression lines at all, congrats, your collagen is still paying rent. Keep doing your SPF, your hydration, and retinoids before you jump into injectables. This is not a race, it's a long game. So, what does the future hold? We're entering a generation where aesthetics isn't about reversing age, but rather it's about slowing it down intelligently. Think of it like biohacking your face, data-driven, subtle, and individualized, combining microdose Botox with skin barrier support, energy-based devices like RF microneedling and ultra-clear laser, and regenerative treatments like exosomes or PRF. Well, that's the holy trinity of future-proofing your face. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's preservation. And that's a whole lot more sustainable for your face and for your wallet. So, if someone tells you you're too young for Botox, just smile and say, I'm not overdoing it, I'm outsmarting it. Or you could just tell them it's none of their goddamn business.
That's none of your business, Christy.
Because prevention isn't vanity, it's strategy. And that, my friends, is how you win the aging game before it even begins. That's it for today on Skin Factor Skin Fiction. Follow us for aesthetic and anti-aging tips and myth debunking, and I'll see you next time.